Page 46, it's a brand new day. Well, as our last piece in the book, congratulations if you made it through this okie dokie. If you have a teacher, that's great. They will take care of you what you go next, the next book or whatever. If you don't have a teacher and you've only been through the book once, I encourage you to go back through the book again. Review everything again. Do all the lessons again. Play everything again. You'll be able to play things faster and better. Just make sure you understand and remember all this stuff before you go on, really, because they're just going to keep adding stuff to it. Now, let's see what we got here. I look it over. I see it's about a page and a half long. Clef signs are still treble and bass clef. The time signature is 4/4 time signature. And you may ask, why do you keep looking at the clef signs? They're always that. And the answer is because first, they're not always going to be that. And second, you just want to get in the habit of it. Just do it. I look it over. I see half notes, quarter notes, whole notes. I see sharps and flats both. It looks like for the most part, it's only one hand or the other playing until we get to the bottom. So I'm going to shorten the video a little bit, I hope. And I'm talking about both hands here. The left hand starts here. And the right hand is here. And as long as you're not moving around, you don't need any other finger numbers. And the only time I think we're moving around here is the left hand has to come over the right and help that out occasionally. So we'll have to deal with that. And you also have to adjust for the black keys, but I'm hoping you can do that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And you say, oh, that rhythm, no. Come on, it's just a tied note. If the tied note is messing you up, then temporarily take out the tie and play all the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. See, that's straightforward. But then when you can do that okay, just put the tie, you just hang on to the note instead of playing it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. They want you to come over with the little finger to play that. I don't know why, but they do. And then measure 5, it's here, little. The left hand comes back. And then you do that some more. Oh, okay. Let's go down to measure 21. The last line on page 47. We're here together. It's and then here together. Here, and then here. Yeah, 3 and 5 together. Here, and then you got the right hand on beat 3 lifts up for the rest. And when you do, you go ahead and move. Because the notes are here, but it has an 8 VA. It's up here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, like so. You're moving the right hand. You got to look down for that one, of course. So I go through and you work it out, get the rhythm and the fingering okay. No hesitations. And try and get to where you can play this without looking at the keyboard, except when your left hand or right hand has to move. Yeah. You can adjust for these black keys, and you know where the black key is. You don't have to look eventually. And then once I do that, I think about the articulation. And here, you're just lifting up for the phrasing. Just like taking a breath. Lift up. Lift up. Lift up. Just like that all the way through. Okay. And then the dynamics. F at the beginning is forte or loud. It's all melodies, doesn't matter. Whatever you think loud is. Not super loud, just loud. You're just heavy is all. Then when you get to measure 9, now you're soft, light. Measure 13, back up to loud again. Now soft. Loud. Yeah, I better talk about the phrasing there. I missed it before. You're lifting up between these phrases. So in measure 13, little silence. Lift up. See, lift up. Depending on how fast you're going, but lift up there. So we hear the phrasing. Then the last line, measure 21, you're moderate, sort of loud. Because you were loud. And you come down a little bit toward the end. Then the speed with energy. Well, it's a fun piece. So really, it's almost felt in 2, but it needs to be accurate. So no fermata at the end, just 4 beats and you're up. And the pedal there at the end, same as we've been doing. The notes go down and the pedal goes down immediately after it. So push the notes down and then the pedal, and you leave the pedal and lift at the end. The pedal and fingers all come up together. The trickiest part would be measure 13 to measure 16 because of the phrasing and the dynamics, because you're loud and you lift up for the phrase. Now all of a sudden you're soft. And you lift up for the phrase. Now you're loud again. That's just... that takes time and practice to get. I'm taking it a little fast because I've been doing it forever. But you take it at your speed, really, really slow. Take it at yours so you get the feeling of changing things suddenly. At the bottom they say closer look, find and name 3 different flats in this piece. 3 different flats like the E flat and the B flat. So okay, you can do that. And then the sharps. There's a couple of sharps in there. You can just find them and name them. Yeah, whatever. Remember the natural accents? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Feel the natural accents. It's like a measure 13. 1, 2 here. Feel the natural accents all the way through this. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. And I'm not going to do louds and softs. We're not performing it. We're just playing notes and rhythms. I'm not going to do the pedal at the end because you can hear the notes better without the pedal. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 4. Tie 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Off. Now let's do this duet. I need you to go up an octave, and I'm going to speed it up a bit. So for the octave, just pretend middle C's up here, and instead of here, you're up here. Play it all up here. And at the end, when you go up another octave, just go up. That's okay. If your keyboard's too short for that, then stay where you are. I don't know how big your keyboard is. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go.